So guys, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you why discipline is better than motivation. And if you're somebody who wants to make a lot of money online, offline, anywhere, you need to understand how important discipline is to your success. And it is super important. So that's why I'll be covering the comparison. We're going to compare discipline and motivation first. I'm going to tell you why you need to be disciplined, and I'm going to show you exactly how to be disciplined. So let's start with this comparison. So let's have discipline here. Let's have motivation here. So first and foremost, discipline is a skill. That's why not everybody can do it. And motivation is an emotion. That's why everybody can get motivated. Do you guys get what I'm saying now? Most things that everybody can do is a human characteristic, which is motivation. But discipline is not a human characteristic by default. It is something you learn. Okay? So discipline is a skill, motivation is an emotion. And one thing that you have to understand about emotions is that emotions are unpredictable. So which means that today you have it, tomorrow you don't. All right? And skills, right, are learned. And skills are consistent. So if you know how to ride a bike today, next year you still know how to ride a bike, except they give you a different bike. But if they give you the same bike and you know how to ride that bike today, that's the reason why I find it very difficult to understand why people do not learn skills. Because skills is literally the only thing that once you learn it, you've learned it. You don't learn one particular skill twice. You just keep on, you just have to be reminded. You just have to refresh your memory. Okay? So, but unlike emotions, it's unpredictable, it is fleeting. It is anyhow, like you cannot really understand it. You know, today somebody feels a kind of way, does something stupid, tells you, oh, I was angry, or you know. But a skill is learned, it is consistent. And I feel that once you're able to do something particularly consistently, that's when you make progress. Okay? And that's literally the major difference between motivation and discipline. And one thing with motivation is that it is a short burst. But here is long term. Because remember that because discipline is a skill, you have it for a long time. You have it for a long time, which means that you have it forever, basically. Like, it's part of you. You have to unlearn it, and unlearning is harder than learning. That's the reason why you find that people who are older find it difficult to learn new things, because to learn something new, sometimes you have to unlearn your old habits. So if once you've learned how to be disciplined, it is 100% sticks with you. Okay? But emotions now, they just come. And you'll be like, I don't know what came over me. Because it's a short burst of energy. But this is a long-term burst of energy. And that's like the major difference between discipline and motivation. But let's discuss why I think you need to start learning that skill, discipline. I'll tell you how to learn the skill. But first and foremost, I need to understand the importance of why you need to learn that particular skill, discipline. Now, the number one reason why you need to learn that skill called discipline, right? So let me just bring this here, is the consistency that comes with it. Is the consistency that comes with it. All right? Now, because discipline is a skill and it is consistent, you do it regardless. It's part of you to do what needs to be done without feeling like doing it. Okay? The other reason is, number two, for long-term success. Just like I explained previously, because you've learned it, whatever it is that you are today is what you still be tomorrow. Okay? And one thing that you have to understand with things that you learn, skills that you learn, is that most things you learn, it leaves a mental print. So there's basically a mental print in your head as to what you need to do and why you need to do them. All these things are skills, okay? You help you, and the more you get to learn about discipline, the less you need motivation to operate, which means that there's less emotions involved in your decision making. Good. Yeah, and that takes us to number 4. It reduces decision fatigue. Now, what we just simply mean by decision fatigue is, have you ever tried to do something and you spend more time thinking about doing it than actually doing it? That's decision fatigue, because you're thinking. You spend 4 days thinking about recording that particular video you have to record. You spend 4 days thinking about it, and you end up doing the activity, and you're done in 1 minute. And you're like, that's because you don't have discipline. You're working on your emotions because you do not feel like doing it. All right. So if your discipline is going to reduce decision fatigue. Now, being disciplined, right, protects you from external factors. These external factors I'm talking about are, so number 5 is that it protects you from external factors. Now, when I'm talking about external factors, I'm talking about your mood, your environment, people around you, all those kind of things. Now, number 6 is, of course, it's a skill, basically. So the more you get disciplined, the more you understand how, the skill of discipline works. And number 7, it grants you what? Emotional stability, which means that you're not waiting for your emotions to be just right in order for you to take actions. All right, you're not waiting for emotions to be just right in order for you to do that thing that you need to be done. So now that you know why discipline is important, what are some of the factors, or what are some of the practical ways to build discipline? Let me use a different marker. Now, the first thing you can do to build discipline is that you need to start small. Because just like any other skill, you cannot learn it overnight. Okay? You need to start small. Start with small, clear, achievable goals and all that. Then you need to integrate routines into your life. So what I simply mean is, if you know you have to do a particular task every single day in order for you to succeed, or for you to grow, or for you to see any progress, have a specific time where you're going to be doing that particular activity. And that's just what a routine is. It's just a structure on how you do things every single day. Then you need to always track as you go. Track your progress as you go. Okay. Number 4, delay gratification. Right? Then, of course, number 5, last but not the least, is that hold yourself accountable. Super important. Accountability. That's one thing that people who run their lives on emotions never do. It's never their fault. It's always the fault of the devil, or the fault of their anger, or something like that. But somebody who is disciplined knows that every action that he takes is strategic. Every action that he takes has a reason why he's taking all those actions. And many times than not, if the action fails, he knows the reason why he failed in that particular action. So there you have it, guys. This is discipline versus motivation. If you've been struggling on how to be disciplined, these are practical steps you need to be disciplined, and these are the reasons why you need to be disciplined. Because trust me, man, if you're gonna get really good in this making money online thing, you're going to need to develop yourself. Because remember, I always tell you guys, the more you develop, the more your chances of earnings comes in is directly proportional, rather, to the amount of money you make in the space. So there you have it, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Do have a nice, lovely day.